So today, just a few questions about, I know you've been a partner at Ticked for a while now. It'd be what, 3 years, is it?
I think so, yep. 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, around 3 years. And yeah, relatively the system's changed over those years, and yeah, we've adopted many things to try and make things easy. It's just about how your user experience has been. So going back to the start, how did you first hear about Ticked?
I heard about Ticked via another broker who we sort of cross-reference every now and again. You probably know, is it Neil from Thames?
Yes,
Thames, I forget his business, but yeah, he started using you guys. He recommended me to sort of try it because we work in the same sector as such. We're doing lots of smaller SME contracts, and he said, give you guys a go. And I think you actually gave me the introduction, tried it out. I thought I'd only be using you guys on a very sort of small amount, but bit by bit, I found it a good platform for me personally, being a one-man band.
Yeah.
It really worked well.
What were your initial thoughts and feelings when we obviously released the platform to you?
Also, it's like me in technology, I sort of, having been in this industry for sort of 10 years, I sort of learned as I've sort of gone along, and new platforms sort of have new challenges, which, obviously you're about. I think we had a couple of live sessions where you showed me how things worked, etc. And eventually, I got to grips with it. I only thought I'd be doing a very, very small amount of volume of business with you guys, but then I sort of realised how quick it was to use. And for me personally, I think on a relatively sort of quick basis, we, from doing, I don't know, 1 or 2 contracts a week, we were soon doing 10, 11, 12, up to 100 a month at some stages. So it really freed me up to do a lot more volume of business, which I liked. And the more I got to understand the system, how it worked, obviously the quicker I could use it, and having this more support in the background from yourself or Rich or Matt now as well has really helped as well. So I think I'm a bit of an old pro on tit at this moment in time.
And you say freed yourself up. Do you mean by that sort of taking out some of the headaches, some of the admin work sort of behind the scenes, and so you're
Absolutely
more able to focus on the sales side of things?
Without doubt, yeah, and obviously the background stuff, obviously with objections, having all those. I suppose with technology, with all the platforms, be it yourself or be it other of your competitors, they're streamlined as sort of time goes by, and I think yours is probably down to the real bare bones of how quick you can sort of get a contract pushed through with the minimum amount of fuss, really, which exactly what I need, being a one-man band with quite a high volume of business just for a one-person organisation. I needed sort of more support behind the scenes, things that make things quick and easy, obviously with the DocuSign, the quick quote, and how I work with the visuals on there as well, which I can sort of send to the customers, which works well for me as well.
And I know you have your own direct relationship with some suppliers, and you've probably got an aggregation through another platform. What is the key to putting things through ourselves in regards to could go direct? Is there any key driver to putting stuff through the Tick platform?
Yeah, well, the other platforms I had been using, I do use Love Energy Savings. I had used Power before. They were without doubt they're a lot clunkier for me. There's probably the margins potentially could be higher, but the volume to actually push the amount of volume that I need to push through, I need to keep my customers happy. And once I can get that one ticked off the list and move on to the next one and onto the next one, onto the next one, that's how I need to operate where I am now, because my business has sort of grown, as you guys know. It's grown year on year on year. My workload or the amount of contracts I do grows, so I need the most streamlined version of having that answer to that problem, which I guess you guys are really.
I was going to say, I suppose reporting's quite a key feature of that, isn't it? In terms of making sure everything's where it should be. Do you find that the Tick admin portal helps you with that, knowing where you are with your sales?
Definitely. I like probably an awful lot of brokers, rely on my reputation. I work in a particular, well, my 80% of my sector is probably in the fish and chip shop sector, and my reputation is very, very good in that sector. So you need to, any problems with any contracts that could be identified quickly, objections, or be it I don't know, contract rejection or credit issues or this, that, and the other. The sooner they are picked up, the better, because you've got the quickest turnaround then to actually get the problem resolved, inform the customer, tell them what's happening, and then, hopefully get it resolved and move on to the next one, really. Yeah, that is massively important to me, because I can't be having contracts that go wrong, because I'm quite vigilant in certain Facebook groups where my reputation is, if someone's asking where do you go to have a contractor, they'll say Howard Weston, Midlands Business Solutions. So anything that stops any contract from potentially going wrong and a customer being unhappy is a massive, massive plus for me.
All on reputation. I think it's nice, like especially with us dealing with suppliers, if the energy industry, sometimes things do go wrong, but it's always nice to have someone there that can sort stuff out in a timely fashion. That's probably everything, isn't it, in terms of the whole customer experience. It's okay getting a price, but when stuff does go wrong, we need people to sort it out for us.
Without a doubt, yeah. And I think you probably know that better than anybody within the organisation, don't you? Really, being the go-to man if there is a problem. I do have you on I do have you. I have you on WhatsApp. And we do have a code, sort of, if it is urgent, I will only use the word urgent. So it's
yeah. What would your general feedback be of Ticked? Is there anything we can improve on in the future? What would you like to see the next thing, Ticked launch, or improvements that we could make?
The only one thing I think with your reports, I know the BG reports are updated very, very quickly, like checking the live statuses. That would be the only slight little thing. If there was one thing that I'd like improved upon, would be the live statuses perhaps get updated slightly quicker, just purely and simply on mine. But then saying that, I can check them myself on the obviously Ticked has the access to the
on the lookup,
on the lookup, which I can use as well. So it can go. I have the ability to do that as well. So in that respect, you are flexible. This, if you don't do it for me, I've got a way of checking myself again, which is another good add-on, which you didn't have on. You probably didn't have that facility up until a year ago, and I do use that an awful lot. So it
is a good piece of feedback, and yeah, we do have some suppliers where statuses pull back via API, so it's nice and easy. We don't have to manually go into anything and update stuff. But we've got other suppliers where they give us Excel reports and we have to feed those into the system. So there's a few different ways of obtaining those statuses back, and one's a more manual way of the other, which is why sometimes there can be a delay. So I think for us, again, it's pushing suppliers to be more automated. The more automation we can get in the industry, the better it's going to become. There is a bit on there for us to do, and I think it's a valid piece of feedback.
You're only as good as the raw materials that you're given, aren't you, in that respect? If the raw materials that you
exactly
can only put them into your system and pass them down the line. But apart from that, going forwards, obviously the bigger stuff, I'm quite enjoying working with Matt as well for the half hourly meters. A good turnaround there as well, which obviously the half hourly meters are a particularly long-winded process, and to be able to offload some of that to somebody else certainly helps me.
I know you've had quite a lot of tomato customers to re-sign up, haven't you, in terms of the half hourlies that you look at bespoke through ourselves. So you've had quite a lot of quite a lot of pressure on, and just recently
the last 2 or 3 weeks have been busy. A month ago I had hair like you, and now look at me.
I'm not sure it's going back. But that's been excellent. Thank you very much for joining me, answering our questions. Great feedback, and always great to catch up.